Hi there, this is Oliver from Lentus.com, and well, finally I'm here making the review about BSurfaces. BSurfaces is a great add-on for modeling. It provides a few tools that come very handy when modeling or making retopology. And well, the author is Eclectiel, and you can find the web at www.bsurfaces.info. Okay, here you can see this video is very cool. You may watch it if you want to know more about BSurfaces, all the features that it provides, and also a few demonstrations on how to use it on real projects. Here you have description, new features. This violin, for example, is completely modeled using BSurfaces, how to install it, and donations and buying it. Okay. We are going to go to Blender, and we are going to the user preferences. In the user preferences, you will go to add-ons, and here in the mesh tab you can activate BSurfaces once you have it installed. As you can see, it's developed by Eclectiel, and this is the version 1.5. But actually you have this other version here, which is the 0.9. 0.9 doesn't have it has nothing to do with the new one, because the upgrades are very awesome, you know. But well, if you want to have a taste of how it works and all that, you can of course try it, but I recommend you to watch the videos so you can get a better look at how the new one works. The old one is GPL, is for free, and it comes also by default with Blender. But the new one, for now, you need to buy it. Why? Because for a few months his author is selling it, so he can you know, take some benefits from all the time that he has spent in working on this tool. So it's just for helping him keep developing this kind of extremely helpful add-ons, and in a few months it will become also GPL as the old one. So let's go for it. Just another thing, and is that if you use Windows like me, you probably need to disable this option here, which is smooth the strokes after drawing them. Why? Because, well, as the author says, it's safer to disable this option in Windows, because Windows handles this option in a quite different way. It's very slow, and that's why it can probably cause some issues in the surface generation. So let's start seeing what BSurfaces provides to us. So first of all, I want to say that BSurfaces is completely or almost completely based in grease pencil. So if you don't know how to use it, I recommend you to watch the tutorial on how to use grease pencil. Or well, if not, I'm going to explain now the basics of grease pencil. We are going to create a plane, okay? Because we need to start from a mesh and enter the edit mode. Once we are into the edit mode, we can see here the BSurfaces options. Okay, this is how to add surface, edit the strokes, and several options that we are going to see later. Alright, we have this, and we are going to delete these vertices, but we are still in the edit mode. For drawing with the grease pencil, you need to press D, keep it pressed, and with left click on the mouse we can draw strokes. Also, if you press D and Ctrl at the same time, you can draw lines, which is pretty handy. And if you press D and press right mouse button, you can delete strokes. Okay, so once we have several strokes, we can go ahead and add a surface. Here we have it. Alright, now I'm going to show you how these options here work, because you know, once we have created it, this is one of the additions of the new version. We can in real time change the amount of subdivisions and several options. Okay, so we have this, and we can, for example, select several vertices and extrude them, okay, or maybe extrude them in another way, like this. As you can see, it's pretty handy. Here I just messed up with the with the curve. I made it very extreme, but it works. Okay, now that options I'm going to explain a little bit. Here I have two strokes. Okay, if we select the option of loops on strokes, what this will be doing is to take the number of divisions that we insert in the parameters here. It will divide it, for example, if we insert 2, it will divide it twice, or well, it will divide it actually once, because then we have two loops. So it will divide once between each loop and with in each stroke. But if we disable it, it will just divide that number of divisions between the start and the finish of the extrusion. Let's see it. At surface, here we have one stroke, another stroke, and two divisions between them. Okay, now one division between them, and this is just a stroke. Okay, but now we have three divisions, and we disable loops and strokes. We will just divide this number of divisions the entire curve. Okay, this is handy, for example, when we want to make, you know, very large curve, and if we disable loops on strokes, we can make uniform divisions. Okay, let's make a better explanation of this. Okay, here you have a non-uniform division. Why? Because it's dividing it 3 times between each stroke, and between this one and this one there is a lot more distance than between these two. So what we need to do is to disable this option, and this way it's going to be uniform. Alright, more things. We can select this, extrude it to here, and now we can actually make it go here. Okay, something like this. We can select this vertices. Make sure you don't select the corner one, and now we can decide how we are going to fill this this part. Okay, this is quite useful a lot of times. Okay, more things. We can delete it. Let's go to create this. Let's go to the side view, put up the 3D cursor, because we are drawing based on the 3D cursor, and take another drawing. Okay, there you have how draws are. Just add surface, and it's done in 3D. Now you can see that I didn't close the circles, but now they are closed. Why? Because automatic join is activated. There you have it. This is the real strokes, and this is the real strokes with automatic join. Also, we can change here the amount of distance the vertices need to have between them to be closed. Okay, here they are completely closed. Okay, now cyclic follow and cyclic cross is just for making the curves, you know. Let's take a shot on this. Okay, we have let me see, a curve like this. Let's put the 3D cursor here. We have now a curve here, and finally we have a curve here. Okay, these 3 curves. Now let's add a surface. There we have it. As you can see, it's quite useful for making quick shapes. And well, we have this surface here, and what we can do is to activate cyclic cross, and you can see that it just closes, okay? And also cyclic follow will make it in the other direction, right? Very useful for making tubular shapes, and that's the reason they are there, okay? Quite useful. Okay, now I'm going to show you another thing and tell you a few tips about what to keep in mind while working with BSurfaces. When you work with BSurfaces, you have to keep in mind two main things: the order in which you draw the strokes and the direction in which you draw the strokes. Okay, let's explain this. I can, for example, draw these strokes like this, and I'm going to add a surface. Okay, it's great. But if I draw 3 strokes and I draw these ones and then I draw one here, it's not going to be like this. It's going to be like this. Okay, let's try it. You can see it's not what we want. So we need to keep in mind the order in which we draw the strokes. Also, if I draw this up to down and this down to up, this is what we are going to have, because the starting points of the drawings, they are inverted. All right, but actually we have several options. Okay, so you can see I draw them in incorrect order and incorrect directions. So what we can do, just go to edit strokes. This is very usual when we have a lot of strokes and probably we are not sure if we made some mistakes, or actually, oh, I forgot to add another one here. Okay, that's cool, but we need to edit the strokes, and here we are going to select the first points, set first points, and now these are the first points of all the curves. Alright, so now there is no problem, because even this was the first point of this curve, now is this one. Okay, so everything is correct. But now we still don't have the order, the correct order. It's like this and it's not like this. So what we can do, just make a drawing like this in the direction we want the order to be and reorder splines. That's it. Now, in order, well, we can also modify these strokes. Let's make something beautiful. Now, let's face it, we are not going to make it beautiful. Okay, so we have this, but now, well, we are not into a mesh, so we cannot use, you know, BSurfaces. We are going to add a plane again, enter in the edit mode, and what we need to do in order to use Bezier curves for using BSurfaces is to select the curves, then select the mesh, enter in the edit mode, and now, yes, let's press add surface. Okay, this will delete the curves and add a surface, right? Just as if we used strokes, which is pretty cool. Also, we have another option, which is keep strokes. We can just draw the strokes, create a surface, but we still have these curves, which is something that can be pretty handy when we want to use this shape for making another similar one or something like that. So we can go ahead, make something like this. Okay, and now let's go ahead and add a surface, right? So as you can see, it's pretty handy. Also, it kept the strokes because we have it activated yet. Alright, so once we have seen this, I want to show you how to use this in retopo. Well, not actually. I'm going to show you two things that I forgot to mention, which are really cool. let me just show you. They are quick. There are two features that I love. Actually, I don't know how I forgot them, but they are pretty useful when we want to retopo. One of them is the loose edges technique. This means that we can just disable this with control space. It means that with control click, for example, we can draw shapes like this. Alright, just keep drawing, never going back and selecting a vertex and extruding again for that vertex, because it just works when we have only two edges connected to the same vertex. If we have three of them, it won't work. Okay, so we just want to draw this, or just extrude in the usual way, pressing E and extruding. Alright, and what this does is that we can quickly design the surface that we want, and then just select everything. Let's disable this soft selection. We deactivate this, we select all these vertices, and when we click add surface, yeah, it creates a great surface based on that loose edges. This is something that I love, and it's very useful when retopo because it allows you to quickly draw the surface. And another great thing is also this one. You can make and draw your surface like this. Just make some intersections and it will create for you the surface based on that intersections. It will create a vertex into that intersections, which is very cool and pretty handy when retopo also. So as I said, I love these features and I forgot them. Right? So now, yes, I'm going to show you how to retopo using BSurfaces. Okay, here we are. This is the model that we are going to use for showing how the retopo works using BSurfaces. The model is created by Roberto Roch. He's a friend of mine and he made this model for this occasion. And well, this is his web. This room that I keep.blogspot.com. There you can find a lot of information about sculpting in Blender, the workflow, I don't know, topology, a lot of things. Even as you can see, they have he has a lot of videos from other softwares, because what he wants to make you learn is that it doesn't matter in which software you sculpt. You need to understand sculpture, right? Even he has videos about real sculpting, and he sculpts a lot with Blender. Actually, in his Vimeo page, you can see a lot of videos, a lot of time lapses of him sculpting great things. So I recommend you to check it. So now we are here, and as you saw, the visualization for this model is the matcaps technique from ZBrush. Well, I have a tutorial at BlendTuts that shows you how to use this kind of materials. For now, I think I'm going to use the solid mode because it's a little smoother, and also I'm going to change the preview for this model to 3. Even we lose some quality because well, I need it to be flow. Okay, first things first, I'm going to show you a little issue that we have always in Blender when making retopo, and it's especially useful to know when we are working with BSurfaces, because the system is based into this thing, and if we don't know it, we won't be able to actually make a retopo with BSurfaces. Okay, so we activate the snapping, we select faces, and we activate this option, which is for projection. Alright, so we start going ahead. Okay, this is very cool. Let's go with the objects, object panel, and activate X-ray. so we can see this model always on top. And now I'm going to show you the little issue. The little issue is this one. I'm going to extrude this. Okay, let's extrude this right there, and let's see what happens. Here we have a straight line. It's not adapted to the body, and well, it's normal because we don't have enough vertices in the middle. But if we create 3 divisions, as you can see, the line is still stretched. Why is this? Because the snapping only works when you move the vertices around. But if you press G, as you can see, it will adapt to the surface. But the thing is that BSurfaces is based into that divisions workflow. So we need to know a little thing. Okay, let's go ahead, create this again. I don't know why I deleted it. We have these divisions and we are going to make it work. So we just need to add a modifier, which is shrink wrap. Quite difficult to spell, but it works. Just select the object in which you want to project the mesh, and there we go. Alright, you have here the real mesh, and we have projected the new mesh modified. But if we click here, we can see everything in real time. Alright, so once we know this, we can start just working with BSurfaces. Right, let's save this scene, which is, this one. Okay, we can select this, and just now we have to keep something in mind, and is that sorry, we need to use grease pencil in the surface mode. Okay, so all the strokes snap to the surface. So we can go ahead and start. As you can see, they are in the surface. Alright, add surface, and as you can see, it's pretty handy. Let's go here. Let's go here. There we go. Also, the great thing of this is that it's integrated into the edit mode, so we can go ahead and use our usual workflow route. BSurfaces just adds functionalities to our usual workflow. Okay, so we have this, and I'll just shoot it like this, and one here. Okay, great. Hey, as you can see, it's pretty handy, and we are just going to delete this everything and start fiddling around a bit with the other options. Well, as you can see, I'm just showing you how it works on the surfaces, not retopoing at all. But if you want to see it, you can just go ahead and see the video from bsurfaces.info, or just buy it and try it yourself. It's pretty useful. Now I'm just going around a little with it, so you can see how it works and what are its functionalities, but nothing so special. Now just select all these vertices and add surfaces. Right, as you can see, it works as a charm. And well, for these areas we can go ahead and start drawing. You know how the automatic drawing works, but we don't need it right now. Right, this is like this. We can now manually adjust them, and these ones, for example, we can well, I think I'm just playing a lot. But well, I think that you get the point of this this great add-on. And as you can see, it's very cool for making retopo, and it works very well. So let's I love to play around with it. Alright, so I think you get it. You see that it works very good, and well, it's extremely useful for me at least. Well, you can make a lot of things with it for modeling, for quickly define shapes, but the most useful thing about this add-on for me is just for retopo, because in retopo we actually feel that we have a lot of control with it. Also, it makes it faster, a lot faster, and is great because you can combine it with your usual workflow. So if sometime for some complicated area or whatever, you can always use the usual workflow, and for easy areas you can speed up a lot using BSurfaces. So I hope you liked the review. Check the Eclectical webpage, bsurfaces.info, and check his video because it's more illustrative than this one. I just make a quick review. I just show you a little the features of it, but you can just go to that video and see all the features that it has, and also see that interesting demonstrations on how to use it in real projects, which is very interesting. So I hope you liked it, and see you soon. Happy blending.